gonna do my version of a VR review. This is unscripted, so therefore you're gonna see a lot of mistakes, but bear with me, I'm better than you. Alright. So my opinion of this game is that it is hella fun. If you haven't bought it already, look at some other reviews and consider it. I think that this game is actually good for the handguns, as the developers, if you've ever played I think it's called Killing Floor, you'd have the same issues. The VR does not allow, the move controllers rather, do not allow for, the two move controllers cannot stand in front of each other because they block each other. I try to offset that with some of the tips that other people have said. Putting the camera above me at 8 feet is still an issue. You can't hold the gun and continue to be accurate. At some point, your gun starts to drift off into space. Hella frustrating, especially if you're trying to play accurately. But the handguns, now that's where the game actually shines. Which I'm going to start with. They're accurate, they're satisfying. They do what they're supposed to do. They're visceral.
2, 1, go!
So you see what I did here is that you can calibrate it slowly in the options menu, which I'll show you now. The problem with having a son is that he changes all your calibrations. Look at the calibrations, and this will make it go up or down depending on how you feel is your realistic setting. You can't actually see what I'm doing, but it'll bring up the reticle increments until you feel satisfied where you would naturally be doing it. I say the best way to test this is if you do it manually without looking through the scope, which I just ripped off. It's gone. Broken. I broke the gun. Alright. There it is. But no, it's not. Alright. Nothing a little Gorilla Glue can't fix. Looks good enough for me. Alright, let's try that again. This time, with more mayonnaise.
3, 2, 1, engage! Down! Look out!
So the handguns work. They do what they're supposed to. I mean, I could be better, but you know, we can't all be great. We're going to look at something else. We're going to look at the SMGs, which I think take a second place as far as the game's design goes. But when you get to the large guns such as the G36, you can't effectively put your both hands on it. You have to pretend. So what I do is hold it with one hand and then grip my other hand for accuracy while looking through the laser beam. In your mind, you'll know you're not actually holding it. In your mind, you'll be thinking to yourself, I'm still holding a handgun. But at least you'll be accurate and you'll be satisfied with the results, because no one wants to screw up a match after you've gotten like 15 consecutive headshots because your gun decided to drift off. So we're going to do the same map with an SMG, which is also highly satisfying.
3.
So here we have the P90. It has a top load, recoil, and I did scope on it.
Watch your target. Look out. Headshot. Proceed to the next waypoint.
So as you can see, it does what it's supposed to do. I wish I had my scope on it, and then I could have gone for the headshots and show you just how accurate it could be. What I like about this game is that besides the attachments that you could change to each gun, you can customize it to your liking. You can also change the rate of fire on the gun. In the game, here you have single fire. The next one is unnecessary, but it's a safety. I mean, God forbid you shoot yourself, right? And full auto, as you've seen. So we're gonna go back, we're gonna put a scope on this, and we're gonna do it again. Alright, so what we're gonna do is go to upgrades. We're gonna add scope. We put the generic scope on it. If you want to look at the scopes, we have the holographic, which is classic. If you played Firewall, you know what these two are. There's the red dot and the holographic. Then you have the compact RTS, which allows you to actually change how far you want. So you can see for this, I can zero in at 100 meters, 200 meters, 300 meters, and 5 meters. Now if it's an SMG, you want it to be zeroed at 5 meters to 25 meters, because it'll generally shoot exactly what you're looking at. Otherwise, it actually has a bullet drop mechanism, and you can offset that. If you're engaging contact tangos, or in this case cardboard boxes, at further than 25 meters, when you zero in on it, it actually does a bullet drop, and you can compensate with that with the reticle. So rather than have the bullet drop, you can put it at 25 meters. At this range, nothing in here actually will affect it. But you can see it shoots a little higher than the reticle wants. But here's some more visual aids. Scopes, rather. Now, I haven't found any effective map yet. I haven't finished the game that will allow for the 4x or the 12x to be useful. But this game does have 21 firearms in total, some of which is 3 sniper rifles, 3 shotguns, 5 SMGs, and I believe 5 handguns as well, for a total of 21. I might have missed one, didn't memorize it. Again, it's unscripted. So we're gonna go back to the action with a scope, same event, and we're gonna try to land headshots.
3, 2, 1, engage. Look out! Look out! Nice. Great shot. Watch your targets. Go, go, go!
So as you can see, it's hella accurate. So that's what makes it satisfying. If you're trying to play the game just to bust them up, you can go full auto. We'll do the next one on full auto.
Perfect reload.
That was short, but not sweet.
Great shot. Yeah!
This game gets so addictive when you start playing for accuracy.
Look out! Target down! Careful. Perfect. Careful.
Just executed him. I didn't like him anyway.
Hostage. Target down. Great shot.
Stage clear.
So also the gun designs are pretty nice. They're almost true to the real world weapon. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna look at another weapon. Again, we'll do the rifle. Oh, you gotta see this. This is my son's design. He says you can use it as a boomerang. It just doesn't come back. Alright. We got the MP5 variant. We got the Glock 17 and the Glock 18, which I'd like to use. I got a World War II. I think it's a Mosing. I think it's called. It's got a top load. So you put the ammo in there, cock it from the side. And again, the scope. You won't really see how nice it looks unless you're in the game itself. You're probably seeing a blur. But again, the distance between me and everything in this room really wouldn't give it any benefit. So now we have one of my favorites, the baby SMG. I don't know what it's called actually. I bet I could tell you if I looked at it, but put a scope on it, and as a top load. Come on, what's not to love?
One
of these. Here's one of the game modes that have zombies. Oh, I shouldn't have picked 15.
3, 2, 1. Move it. Reload. Perfect reload. Great shot.
Proud of me, buddy.
Stage failed.
I didn't fail. The stage failed. If you heard it correctly, it said the stage failed. I rarely believe him. Game is trying to demoralize you. Don't listen to it. All right, what we're gonna do next? Let's see. We looked at this. Oh yeah, I think the shotgun. There's some customizable guns. I think they're awesome. Let's show you some of those. All right. So this is the gun store. We've broken up this pistols, SMG, shotguns, assault rifles, sniper rifles. You probably want to see some of the sniper rifles, because I won't be using them in this demo. The Mosing. Looks hella hot. Designated sniper rifle, I suppose. This is definitely a Dragunov. I mean, whatever. Alright, so those are them. And what were we gonna look at? Shotguns. So we got the 870. This is a World War II variant, the trench gun. The Striker, which is full auto. I think you've seen Jerry Crews use it in one of his movies. The Expendables. The Saiga, everybody knows the Saiga. And if you don't, it's fully auto. Alright, let's go back. Let's pick a shotgun. Shotgun is manual load. Cock, fire, cock, fire. You're seeing the effects are from a specialized ammo. I should take that ammo off so you can see it. Alright, you can buy different types of ammo. You can add more ammo to your clip. So here's some regular ammo. Incendiary AP is what I'm using right now. So we're gonna use just standard armor piercing. Buy, attach. So when you come close, it tells you how many bullets in the shell. You load as many as you want. You discard the rest, and you continue with your onslaught. Again, this one is nice because you have to be aware of how much ammo you have in your gun, and you're always manually reloading. Again, because of the nature of the pump, your hand stays locked on it. If I pull my 2-move controllers, it removes the lock. So it allows me to dig into the bag, get ammo, and immediately lock back onto the shotgun. This is actually me holding it with one hand. It thinks my other hand is on it. But when I pull them apart, this is good for the shotgun. It works effectively. Now with the other guns, you'll be trying to cock the gun and your hand will be stuck there. And you'll be like literally emptying the gun of all its ammo. Trying to get your hand off. Get off! So that you can get more ammo. And fill it back up. Alright. You'll see when I use the assault rifle. So again, you can play it one-handed, but you still have to put your hand on the shotgun to charge. which makes it the only weapon you should be using two hands on. Okay, we're gonna go put a baby map on so I can do it fast. Alright, shotgun. This is the M870.
3, 2, 1.
So it's fully loaded. Discard. Cock weight.
Headshot.
Well, Mr. Kill. I'm doing this so that hopefully you buy it. It's hella satisfying, dude.
Great shot. Target down. Reload.
This reminds me of my in-laws during Christmas. Just want to tell them, just fuck off, you can't come over.
Reload. Great shot.
No quiero más! Alright, well, you can take it.
Stage failed.
The stage failed. So, I'm so good, the stage fails. Alright, finally, last one. I'm gonna look at the assault rifle, which I dread. You cannot put your hands on. Oh, this is my son's version of it. Okay, we're gonna go raw. Actually, this is a shotgun. Oh yeah, there's something else I should point out. This particular gun, developers, if you're listening, what's wrong with your bullets? I mean, really? Someone's underpaid over there. Someone obviously doesn't care. This is supposed to be a labor of love. What is this? Alright, well, that animation is hella whack. But good job anyway. Good try. Good try. Somebody got overpaid. Alright. So here we have the G36. Get the shit out of my face. Alright. Another thing you can do is you can pick up a grenade, right? Oh, damn. Oh, shush. Just stuck in cardboard. And you can attach it, but you can never bring it with you in the game. So, there you go. How cute is that? Alright. So, your assault rifle in-game, they want you to play like this. Except, it's not good, because during the game, at some point randomly, it's going to drift off into space. And yet, I have my camera at 8 feet tall. And I can maneuver this way. But then I'm just destroying the whole effect of the scope, because I can't keep the reticle on target. And then you might say, why don't I do this instead? Except when you're turning from target to target, the moment I cross over my two move controllers, I created a drift issue. The first move controller will block off the second move controller. And again, my camera is literally 8 feet high, looking down at me. It should not, nothing should literally block anything, because it's looking down on me, looking at my headset separate from my two hands. It's looking down on my hands. And the issue still still pervades. So you can put the foregrip here, it's still the same issue, you're still going to have drift, and the controller is gone. So what effectively you're going to end up doing is pretending like it's a handgun. You're going to end up putting your hands together and shooting the way you would any other handgun. See, that's okay with the SMGs, because that's kind of in your mind how it feels. And definitely with the handguns, because, well, that's what you do with a handgun. Unless you want to John Woo it, or millennials do John Wick. Well, it's still John, so you can still John it. Alright, so we're just going to do it with an assault rifle map. Not so hard.
3,
So
2,
watch.
1.
See, I'm trying to cock the gun, and my hands lock. Remember, it's effective with the shotgun. That's cool. But what about now? I gotta turn the gun around. And came off. And if you're saying I just can't play, that's fine. Maybe I can't play. Maybe you wanna believe that the game works perfectly.
Look out!
Stage clear.
Something I do like is that after you fire, the bolt mechanism is already locked. So I can literally change my clip without cocking the gun. Because it's already...
Perfect reload. Perfect reload.
It's already locked back. The hammer is already pushed back because of the full auto mechanism. But when I run out of bullets and I load, I have to cock it manually first time. So I do like that they added that feature, because that is how it works. I mean, if you cock it now, you're just dropping bullets like it would in the real world. So the same thing with any other gun. You can change it to single fire. What if you place the camera? If you place it parallel to you, it's absolutely atrocious. Your move controller in the front will block the move controller in the back. So you cannot play like this. The only way you could do it to be hella accurate is if you put your move controller behind the first move controller, like holding your wrist, like you would secure a handgun in real life. That way, this move controller is not blocking the first one. You're not seeing drift in my game because I'm not letting it. I'm actually... Sometimes I'm faking that I'm holding it because I don't want this to happen. The sticky glue finger thing. So I'm faking it. I'm actually holding it here, but I'm not grabbing the gun. So I'm just playing the way I, like to keep it in my mind that I'm doing the thing. But I'm not doing the thing. I'm actually just... It's just so your brain can feel comfortable. But if you are holding the controller and you're playing for accuracy, you're not going to be as accurate because the gun is going to want to do what you're not going to be able to hold the gun here. You know what? Let's run a scenario where I'm actually trying to play the game as intended. And let's see how accurate I can be.
3, 2, 1, go!
So I'm holding it. I'm looking through the reticle. At some point, the gun is gonna go somewhere, and I'm gonna tell you when it happens.
Reload! Perfect reload!
So, as you can see, the locking thing that happens with the shotgun and the shotgun that would be beneficial. Right there, I lost so much time.
Perfect!
There's a drift. Right there. Not that one. Readjust it. I mean, overall, the game is hella good. Plus, the developers promised us 3 new guns. I believe among them is going to be the FAMAS, and an SMG. I think they call it, in some games they call it the PP2000. But it's going to be it's going to be an SMG. So, overall, again, there's 21 guns in the game. So if you just ignore the fact that you have to use the two-handed weapons with one hand, you'll still get satisfaction from it. Or you could do what I do and fake it because your brain likes it. It kind of gives you the idea that you're doing what you're doing. But where the game really shines is the handguns. I mean, it's hell of addicting. You could play like to murder everything on the screen. This is my favorite handgun, by the way, the Glock 17. I'm gonna put a harder level. Let's go. Wait. All right.
3, 2, 1.
Put it on your chest.
Move it.
No hands. My scope is acting out.
Perfect.
You can't use the aim controller for this game for some reason. Because you still need another hand free to manually reload, and they want you to do it physically. If they implement the aim controller, yes, the rifle would work beautifully, but you would lose the other visceral mechanics, like changing the rate of fire, even turning on the scope. As you can see, the flashlight.
Stage failed.
You failed stage. Now I should show you some of the lasers. Okay, so here's some upgrades. Here's the lasers. Easy mode. So I can spawn that. I can attach it to wherever I have an extra kit. I can remove the existing kit off, which is a flashlight, and I can attach it manually, so it sticks. So now I have a laser beam. I can turn off the laser beam anytime I want by clicking on it. And let's say I'm having difficulty attaching the thing. You can have it auto-equipped. And again, you can physically change it. So let's look at... My voice is relaxing? Yeah, I sound like a 9-year-old girl. Pedophile. Dare you. Alright. I'm gonna do one of my son's favorite techniques. Yeah, come on. Alright? You won't see this in the real world. Alright, let's go.
Three, 2, 1, engage. Great shot. Nice work. Perfect. Headshot. Headshot. Target down. Great shot. Perfect. Look out. Yeah!
That's aiming on the scope, so you see it allows for a lot of accuracy. Otherwise, you can just
Yeah!
these guys have a lot of armor, so I don't know how effective this is actually.
Shot. Watch this target. Nice work. Perfect reload. Hostage. Watch.
He had it coming.
Perfect reload. Yeah!
Stage clear.
If you're into numbers, it actually lets you see how many headshots you scored out of how many targets. It tells you your accuracy based on percentages. It tells you all the little extra things you did, like blowing up melons that you see like sporadically dispersed on the maps. They're like pineapples, apples, melons, etc. And they just give you extra money. But you don't have difficulty making money in this game. In fact, you can get any gun in the game immediately, because they start you off with, I think, like $50,000, which can effectively buy you any of the main guns. But I think that the money's actually there for goofy stuff like this. Let me show you. So we have standard weapons, allied weapons, which is like World War II variants, and then you have this. It's like an ivory. What is that? Like an ivory handle, a golden DE. Here's another one with like an ivory handle again with a different decal. A golden SMG, I think it's an MP5. The P90 with like a silver engraving. Oh hell yeah! Here you got one with a woodstock and some more engraving. And this one, for some reason, because it has graffiti on it, it costs the most at $350,000. I mean, in real life, I'd just spray paint my gun, save myself some money. I mean, look at this trash. All right. Well, this is not the real world, luckily. So here, let's look at some of the handguns before I log off. We have the P350, which I guess is a 6-hour. The DE, which in this game is called the Eagle AE, but we know what it is. I should have brought. You know what? I haven't even used the revolver, but that's definitely a 44, or maybe just a 357. Here you got the G18, which obviously stands for Glock. The M9. I think M9 is Beretta, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, if it was Beretta, it'd have a little red dot, right? It might not be Beretta. Correct me if I'm wrong. It might be M9. Might be what, the Colt? Alright. The 1911. See, they didn't even lie about what this is. This is a 1911. I think it's a classic in the Army. Again, it has the Allied, so it's been around forever. The M19 is one of my real-world favorites. Alright, well, I'm gonna log off. shut down the stream. If there is something you want to see before I log off, let me know. If you send a comment, I can start another stream another time and show you any of the other weapons, or I can show you some of the game variants. I don't like spoiling it for you guys. If you are intending to buy it, I could just give you my opinion. It's hella fun. Just don't expect to be two-handling weapons, such as the shotgun or any of the assault rifles. I mean, I really would love to do it, but it just doesn't work effectively. Again, the shotgun, the SMGs, and the handguns, that's enough to make me happy. So, some of the game variants are action, which lets you shoot a few targets, lets you move to another location. Shoot a few targets, makes you move to another location. Kind of makes you feel cinematic because the ranges and the situations change. Each weapon has its own little challenges, so when you complete that, you can see there's 40 of them in the SMG challenge. It will let you unlock, it'll give you a bulk amount of money. Each challenge you complete gives you a small sum, but when you complete the challenge, they give you like $100,000. As you complete challenges, you move up in rank. As you can see, I've only made it up to rank 25. And, I don't know, Commander Darko. It just has a ring to it. Alright, and then we have zombie variant, which are dynamic. They're moving all the time. They're coming at you, and they make this hideous, I don't know, sound. Like they're in heat. But whatever. I think they're supposed to be scary, but, you know. Then you have the Ally, which is all the basically WW2 stuff in a WW2 setting. So we'll end it with advanced action. I'm only up to 8 in that. With full auto.
3, 2, 1, engage. Yeah! Go! Headshot. Yeah! 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 Hostage. Careful.
Yeah, shooting fire would have been better.
Look out! Look out!
Stage clear.
Well, what can I say? Thanks for watching. If you're interested in watching another stream of this particular game, let me know. If you have any other questions, just send me a comment. But, you know, it's all I can do for now. Good night.